I wanted to ask you a little bit about Malik Dunlap with him leaving. Just kind of, how's that resting with you personally, and just what does the secondary have to do to kind of step up with him gone now?
I mean, I don't really like to speak on too much on what guys have going on personally or with the team. I mean, I feel like he made the best decision for him and what he had going on, and you know, I wish him the best.
And then what can you guys do just as a core to kind of come together after that?
Well, we just have to, see how everybody feels about the program and how we're doing things. Make sure we're all interconnected. Make sure no one's feeling like they're unwelcome or anything or any sort. So we're just trying to pick each other up, make sure everybody gets what they need to get done, and hold each other accountable more than anything. Just keep growing.
Gibby, what you got?
Yeah, Shyheim, to go from 4-8 last year, now you guys are going to go to a really nice bowl game. Just how neat of a turnaround has that been for you guys this year, and just how excited are you guys right now for the place that you put yourselves in?
We're very excited. I mean, with this week coming up, our main goal right now is to make history. The bowl games, everything's important, very big. We appreciate everything we've done, but we know nothing just happened. This all started way back in January, back when we did a team bonding type of deal. We had this thing called a program come in, where you had to just work as a team to get everything completed. And I feel like that kind of got everybody bonded together. We started a team group chat, everybody interacting there, and it's relationships. There's no groupies or anything like that. We're all together. There's no separation, no individualism, none of that stuff. We got rid of a lot of bad energy last year. And this year, you can tell in the locker room, there's no bad energy. You have a problem, you go to the captain about it, go to the coach about it, and we just everything resolved. So I mean, this team right here, we've had a lot of growth from last year, and it's kind of showed on the field. Guys aren't just playing for themselves, making sacrifices for each other. Nobody's complaining about this call or that call. We just do whatever coach calls and we be successful.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. And now you put yourself in a position for a really, really good bowl game. I know you have one more game left, but to play, you're going to get a chance to play a marquee opponent in your bowl game. Just how important is that for the program to play a good, powerful team in the upcoming bowl game? How neat will that be?
That would be big. That would just show us where we're really at. Just playing a team just as good as us in a bowl game that's top tier, one of the best ones. So, I mean, it's going to be a challenge, but, we've been facing challenges all year, so we're ready for it.
Thanks, Shyheim.
Daniel, what you got?
Speaking of those kind of challenges, with all of the turbulence and uncertainty that's come with the season being impacted by COVID, to get to the end of the season, get into your last regular season game, knock on wood, barring anything major, how does it feel to, go through this season without any major cancellations and only seemingly compared to other programs, minimal impact by the virus and contact tracing and whatnot?
Well, I mean, that just shows how committed guys are on this team to what we want to accomplish. Like I said, nobody was being selfish. We all understood we shouldn't go to any parties or we shouldn't do anything, surround ourselves with people that will maybe cause us to get COVID. So we all just held ourselves accountable and we just made smart decisions to just stay within our circle. If we wanted to go out, we wouldn't wear our mask or want to go see family, make sure everybody's safe. And that all helped all of us stay safe. So without us having missing any games except on bye weeks, I mean, it feels good. It feels good, everybody's on the same page and all wants to accomplish the same goal.
Jonas.
Hey, Shyheim, appreciate you joining us as always and giving us a few minutes of your time. I think in the last couple of weeks, I've heard a lot of players and just throughout the season talk about the program and this off-season regimen you guys went through. And clearly it was a big part of the off-season. Can you just kind of tell me a little bit about what it was about and what you guys did that kind of brought you closer together?
Well, we did a lot. We did the most things. I have probably two key components I can remember. I know one of them where we had to hold a log of wood on one shoulder, another team would hold on their other shoulder. There was about 4 of us, so we would just balance it out the best way we could, and maybe put the strongest person in the front or the weakest person in the back, or mix it up however we had to get the job done. And we had to carry a sandbag about 25 yards and back. Then the person that drops the sandbag back, he hops and grabs the pole, and another player will run down and do the same thing. And it's just like, it shows how you have to have balance and how you can't like count anybody out. And it just made us like work together and uplift each other, like push each other through. Like, cause the wood is heavy. Like the wood, guys wanted to drop the wood, but you drop the wood, you got to start over. So we made sure like either one person might have had hold more weight than the other person just because he might have been tired. And I mean, another drill we did, like we had to wear these hoodies right here. We had to jump in these hoodies into a pool about 12 feet deep, and we had to take it off, throw it to our partner. We had to switch hoodies and put on his hoodie within, I think it was a minute or 30 seconds, and we couldn't hold on to no pole. We had to be in like the middle of the water, and that just like that gained trust. Like you, like if you was about to drown, your partner had to help you, like uplift you so you wouldn't drown. Like, you had to come up for air. He would have to push you up, and that had to be a sacrifice of him, like you lose using his energy to help you survive. And sometimes the jacket would get stuck, so it might take longer. If you didn't beat the time, you had to do it all over again. Like another drill we had to do, we had to swim all the way across the pool in a certain amount of time. And it wasn't about who does it the fastest. It was about doing it together. So if it was a good person way out front, a person way out back, then you basically left a guy behind. So it was all about finishing at the same time. So that was that togetherness that helped us build each other up. So that's why like we're trying to leave guys out with anything going on, and that's kind of like helped us in what we've accomplished this year.
Yeah, how often did y'all do that, or was it like a 1 week exercise that you guys did?
I think it was 2 days. We had to get up at 4 in the morning on a school night. So it was like discipline. You had to be disciplined, get your sleep early, be here at the stadium at 4 a.m., dressed in like assembly line, had to have on same shorts, same shirt as everybody else, had to have deodorant, an extra shirt, and a towel in your bag, and a sandwich, just in case you got hungry. And we got one break, and we only had like probably 5 minutes to eat, and then you had to get right back in line. So it was very detailed, but I think it only lasted 2 days.
Appreciate it, Shyheim.
No problem.
And Shyheim, if you want to, I mean, these guys still, like the guy who ran the program was on a lot of the team Zooms over the COVID break. And y'all still do some of the stuff like the perfect jumping jack. That's from the program, right?
Yes.
Shyheim, you want to tell them about that?
Yeah. So the perfect jumping jack, that's basically just to have like we say discipline. Everybody has to be perfect. Like it's one perfect jumping jack. If you don't do it perfect, you got to start over. So it's just like if you can't get one perfect jumping jack, then he relates it to military terms. So a guy is out of line, then that's like he's out in open. He could get hit by a bullet or anything and take his life. So that's why we have to be exact in everything we do. So the one perfect jumping jack just has nothing to do with detail. Just like pay attention to detail. To be in a straight line, hands by your side, feet together. Everybody jumps at the same time. Everybody finishes at the same time. And it's like learning how to work together at the same time. But I mean, like, yeah, on our Zoom calls, he teaches us a lot, like how it's to the same things we went over in the program, just in a different way. Like he will tell us a story that he's been through, how a guy might not have done this, and how he relates it to the program and what he done with us. So it's like Jamie, I can't remember his last name, but he was a good dude. Really helped this team. Slife, I think it's
Slife, yep. Slife is the last name. James, what you got?
Yeah, Shyheim, I think you guys are undefeated, I believe, this year when you have Tanner in the lineup at safety for you. Can you just kind of speak to what he provides back there in the secondary for you guys?
Well, he brings a lot of power, a lot of energy. He's like our backbone, if you want to call it. Like he comes in, if like the last line of defense, if nobody else made a tackle, he's coming in with everything he got to come make that tackle. Like I literally watched him on film make a tackle with one arm. Like I've watched him take out blocks for us because like he's the guy. Um, O line was out blocking. He'll go out there take his knees out just so we can make the tackle. Like he will do whatever possible so he can be successful in the field. And like I appreciate him for that.
Thanks.
Justin.
Hey, Shyheim, thanks for taking some time here this afternoon. It seems like early on in the season, the offense was carrying a good amount of the weight in some of the wins. And now after the bye week here in the last 2 weeks, the defense has put together some really good performances, holding Liberty to 14 points with their dynamic offense and, preventing Syracuse from gaining more than 3 rushing yards. Do you feel like with so many young pieces, including yourself on this defense, it kind of took, a while this year for the defense to start to click? And now that we've gotten to this point in the season, do you feel like you guys are kind of clicking as a cohesive unit?
Yes, sir. So, I mean, it's just all about us getting a feel for the game. Early on, a lot of guys, like a lot of us, like me, myself, didn't have any game experience. Some guys came straight out of high school, rush into the big game, and it's like, it's happening fast. Like these guys are bigger, these guys are stronger. We gotta learn how to wrap up and tackle. We gotta learn how to cover faster receivers. Routes are sharper. We're getting more polished at what we do now, and it's starting to slow down for us. So I mean, yeah, it was kind of hard at first, but like as time went on, it started to slow down for us. We started to understand what's going on, and like film study helped us a lot. I would say that coach teaching us how to watch film, how to break down receivers, and all that stuff. They kind of played a big role in us getting better at our craft.
And do you think those game reps are maybe the biggest difference between early on in the season and right now?
Yes, sir, 100%. Like it's like practice is good, but once you're in a game, nobody can run the route exactly how they're going to run the route. So once you sit in the game, it's like, okay, I see exactly how he wants to run, and it slows down once you know what to look at with the key and all those things.
Thanks, Shyheim. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Charlie Mickens, last question for Shyheim.
Good afternoon, Shaheen. Georgia Tech comes in at 3-5, and I guess you probably saw that they put up a 50 burger on Duke the other night. What concerns you when you watch them?
Well, I see they have a strong run game, a couple power backs that are really strong, breaking off tackles, making big runs. So we just have to, stop the run game more than anything. They have a really talented quarterback. He's a freshman, but he can throw it when he needs to. He knows how to scramble, get out of the pocket. So we're just gonna try to stop the run first, and then capitalize on everything else.
So I take it you're a pretty good swimmer.
I'm okay. I learned how to swim. I will say that. I learned how to swim when we did the program. I had no choice.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem.
I don't think they would have really let you drown, Shyheim.
Well, they tested me, so.
Yeah. There are a couple guys maybe we would have let drown, but not you.